Hey y'all, this is Tanya Miss with Apple Tree Homeschool Academy and Apple Tree Home Daycare, and today is October the 1st of 2023, and what you're looking at is one of those extra large desk calendars that I like to hang on the back of a closet wall door, and this makes it easy reference for me. This is like literally in the center of our house, so in this little cross area here, this is where everybody goes and where I'm at all during the day. So this is anything important can go here. So it's Sunday at 6 o'clock in the evening, and I've been home a few hours. I had grandkids stay the night and went to church in another town, meet up with her mom and dad, and we had breakfast this morning. I spent some time with my adult kids, trying to take time away from doing chores all the time. Yesterday we went to Sam's Club, and I had some stuff to do outside the home yesterday, so I missed being home doing all my chores, so I'm trying to get them all done this evening, and I've been at it a few hours. So even though I went to bed, I woke up with all the dishes done. I woke up and we had more and knocked those out when I first got home. I've got laundry in. I've done how many loads? One or two loads already? Yeah, one load, and I've got a second load in the dryer now that needs to be checked on. So my living room is turned upside down because we had guests and we had my grandkids. But I used to have the couch over there, and my adult kids wanted to have company over, and they brought the couch out here and turned this around, how we used to have it. But I had the couch turned around that way to keep the shelving units from the daycare kids getting into them. But I think they're old enough now that I can probably leave it here. And if you can see in the background, we have some kittens. So this whole living room is turned upside down. I've been in here sweeping and mopping. I pulled all of this stuff out, swept and mopped, and I'm moving it all back. So I wanted to show you this area here. These are my alphabet drawers that I've talked about in other videos, and I've been meaning to get a chance to talk to you about them. So each one is a different unit. 1, 2, 3. At the time, I got them at Sam's Club for $25 a piece. I don't know if you can still get them that way, but I put all the colors, as you can see, across to match, so it looks a little bit more uniform. And the alphabet letters are from Target Dollar Spot a few years ago, and each drawer has their own letter in it and different activities, and these foam letters are probably the best thing in each one. In each drawer, the kids love those the best. So each drawer will have some the same basic items, such as like these little mini books that came in the back of a preschool book. I laminated and cut them out and attached them by a binder ring. Each of them will have one of those large preschool display cards, and then also for a classroom, and I just used them in here because I have two sets. I have one displayed in the daycare room on the wall and one large set that I can hold out in person. Then we have a lot of flashcards, and in this particular one I have some actual toy elephants, so it's E for elephants. I have puzzles, Melissa and Doug puzzles, a couple of those. There's another one. And then each drawer has a letter. Now this is missing the middle of the E. You have to hand make those if you're using that for this is a cookie cutter. So each drawer has a cookie cutter. And if you're using it for either cookies or for Play-Doh. Some of them might have these Melissa and Doug lacing cards. F for frog has a little frog. This has F on the flip side, and then I just have to know that the opposite side has a separate letter, and I just choose which letter of these two I want to put in which drawer. In this drawer, some of the drawers have some letters that I got at Michael's. See how 3D that is, and it's a wooden block. Like the U has a unicorn from Fisher Price, the Little People, excuse me, Little People. And this is like one of the large classroom cards that I was telling you about, along with the flashcards. And then each drawer has these. And each drawer has these foam letters. Most of them have a cookie cutter, and this I would have gotten at Michael's, and then they could also be an N as well. These next drawers after Z are a variety of odds and ends. So this is alphabet material that I do not want to separate. This is a bulletin board or a classroom wall set that I laminated and cut out. Those are some wooden magnetic pieces, some more flashcards, some Abeka flashcards, mini flashcard set. This is really cute. This is, I have no idea, I've had these for years. This is a little like ice cube tray that you can also make little jello molds out of. Or I would like to find silicone ones of these and make crayons out of them. I think would be really great, but I don't think I could do them with this hard plastic. It'd have to be silicone to withstand the heat. This one has flashcards and some books and just different materials for colors and shapes. This one is some more of those foam letters. And then foam numbers. On top I have these book bins, and then I have binders. And in the binders are these types of preschool books and other materials I may have printed offline. And I've separated them. I've taken the letters out and put them in their own couple of binders here. And then, see, so the mazes I would have put in a binder that was writing practice. And shapes has their own binder. And so some of these have like odds, the colors have their own binder. So some of these have their own skill. So I have them all in separate binders, and that way if I want to work on a specific skill, then that's the binder I pull out. So this would be probably shapes and colors. Numbers is, I've got math here and phonics and numbers here, and then basic skills here. So I really wanted to have a chance to show you all that, and I hope you'd like those. That's really been a lifesaver. I love this. Now over here are two of these cart systems you get in the laundry section of Walmart, and they used to be like $12, but I think they're more now, more like $15. And what you can do with these carts here, this is some homeschool materials in here, and this whole cart is mostly what's called the Good and the Beautiful homeschool curriculum. But if you look at this one here, this is all preschool materials here as well. And I have taken some zip ties and taken these file organizers that normally go on a shelf, and if you see right there, there's a hole, and on the back side there's a hole with a little slit. That's where they are hung on the wall with either screws or nails, and I've zip tied them through that hole right there, if you see that, to the cart. And then you could also put things in bags and hang them. So like this is not preschool material, that's why it's not hanging on there, but I've had dry erase markers hanging in here, and then put a binder ring through the grommet there and hang them on the outside. So in this filing storage unit, I've got 3 different levels here, the way they have it. And so I've got dry erase workbooks here. So I got them in order from younger to more advanced. Up here on top, I have this little wooden divider here that I got at the dollar store, but it was either $3 or $5, this little wooden one. These are the Good and Beautiful flip books, some stickers, some dollar store resources, some blackboards, whiteboards, all from the dollar store. This is the reading readiness workbook that I've got here, and what's behind there? Another preschool workbook. And these are all, this is the Good and the Beautiful pre-K More books, more workbooks, more advanced workbooks are here on the side. Let me show you. And then below here I have a second one, and these are items that I printed off. Probably Teachers Pay Teachers. This set has, I don't know which resource I got this from. Look on Teachers Pay Teachers, so you can find them. But they've got a 10 frame and a simple letter, and the 10 frame will show you the numeral and the number for quantity in the 10 frame. And it goes all the way up to 20, and I really love that. It's simplistic, it's not too complicated, and they have dots for the quantity. If you flip this around, I have another one of those dividers back here, and these are lined whiteboards that I got at, I think, the dollar store for all of them. And some have letters, some have just the lines, some have different colored lines. This one has the letters on. You can see the faintness of the lettering there for them to copy over. And a clipboard, and this is a back numbers and what is that? That was their letters and sounds. Sorry, not the numbers. And then a whiteboard, and Melissa and Doug, a mat that's you can use with the dry eraser markers. And then this was a big preschool board that came, it's like a whiteboard that came on back on a big preschool tablet that I got at Sam's Club. I love the wheels on this to make it spin. And then on the shelves I have trays with little activities. This was a little notepad, and I had put out letters of the children's name and put them in here, and then we're going to work on their name recognition. And then what do I have underneath there? There's a second for one child. One is for one child's name and one's for another child's name. Here is a whole bin on the shelf with a lot of Ziploc bags full of activities. These are a felt alphabet. These are more foam puzzles with numbers. Learning resources, alphabet cookies, the ABC cookies, some Melissa and Doug magnetic numbers and letters. Some alphabet soup activities from Amazon. So you can see how much stuff fits on this little, once upon a time, $12 shelving unit. Now where the expense came in was adding these. I think these were like $10 a piece. But if you can find these at a discount store or at a thrift store, that'd be great. And I zip tied them. And like I said, you can hang all kinds of things. And even Ziploc baggie. If you have a Ziploc baggie, say you don't have one of these binder pouches that you usually get in the stores around the first of the school year. See how it has the 3 grommets here for fitting inside of a 3-ring binder. I love the clear ones, by the way. These are really good and sturdy. These were like 50 cents on clearance after the kids went back to school. But if you don't have one of those, what you can do is take some packing tape and put them all the way down the bottom side on both sides of a Ziploc baggie. And the packing tape is what it's going to do. Or you can put it down one side and then overlap it and fold it to the front and the back. So it's one piece, just to make the bottom of the baggie have some stiffness and sturdiness to it. Then you can use a hole puncher and punch the holes in it in your bag, and then the tape keeps the bag from tearing. And then use that little hole punch to hang your binder ring through it, and then that can be hung as well if you don't have a pencil pouch to put on there. Now I have previously hung dry erase markers on the back, but I have them in the other room for now. But these are some of the best organizational items that I have and that I love, and I just love everything with, look at the kitten right there. Little kitten. Hello, little kitten. I love everything that has the wheels on them to move them around. You can store them in one room, and when you're using the same, say your dining room table, which a lot of homeschoolers do, these kind of carts can be wheeled right to the table and then put right back when it's time for meals and project time, and so you can get your supplies out of the way. It very, very, very simplistic to pull them right up to the table. So I'm going to pull out our letter F for farm and bring this into my daycare room. And I'm going to put it over here near my chair and have that ready. We won't use the frog, but we are going to have F for farm because we are working on the farm theme this week. I love these little pumpkins. I'm so glad I got them half off at Michael's last year or the year before. Okay, so in my basement is an area where I have my storage bin for my themed activities, and as you can see, I'm running out of bins. I got to get to Walmart and get some more of the Sterilite clear bins. These look really nice on the shelf, on the shelving unit when I don't have all the stuff in the front, but I was running out of space on the shelves. So I was blessed to get this big utility shelving unit at Sam's Club yesterday. I only get this maybe once or twice a year, and I'm really, really, really excited. I had the extra money to get this yesterday, so I'm going to be working on our basement in the coming weeks to get some of our stuff on our shelving unit. So that's always exciting. I love getting my stuff organized. Well, I've got more work to do, so I need to get back to it. I'm going to fold more clothes, dry more clothes, wash more clothes, see what we can get done before it's time for bed. Open up tomorrow. I got that whole living room I got to finish getting while the getting's good. So like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. And here's the organization, right? Woman's work is never done. Have a great week.